you have extra innings. Now, extra innings, I also think is the reason I said baseball's not. You don't want to say hockey's 100% the most exciting. I think extra innings, especially in the playoffs, is super exciting as well because one pitch could change everything.
Right.
But in the regular season, they could go on for a long time. So the minor leagues has started doing, and a World Baseball Classic did the same thing, that once the 12th inning starts, you start with a guy on second base.
Right.
Now, purists probably fell off their seat.
And I'm a purist.
I'm gonna ask. Paul's already telling me. Paul, do you think extra innings need to be fixed, or what do you think of that idea?
I mean, the game has existed for over 100 years for a reason. It's been fine.
It hasn't been changed, really.
Yeah, it hasn't been changed.
One sport that
it's the
doesn't
one
get
game
changed.
without a clock.
Yeah.
It's like you keep the purity in baseball. It's about the things that don't happen on the scoreboard that what makes baseball great.
That's a great
so
point.
Forget the scoreboard with the clock and innings. It's the little things that make it's the intangible. It's the game of situations.
I agree.
That you
It's a
never
chess
see.
match.
That's why I love when I see old dudes and hopefully young dudes with their playbook
the scorecard.
the scorecard at
Yeah.
the baseball game. And
Yeah.
there's something classic about that you don't have in any other sport. God bless.
The thing is, baseball has changed a little bit because
A little bit,
there's a
but-
challenge now. You know what I mean?
Because the viewership. But what do you
Yeah.
think of the extra inning rule? Are you with Paul? That
I'm a purist because I like things the way they are. Like I liked the NFL before when it was more defensive and the rules were better. But the thing is,
better, not changed. Better.
yeah, better back then. No, like the thing is, I kind of like the extra inning thing. But the thing is, I wouldn't say do it in like the 12th inning. I'd say,
18th or something?
Not the 18th, maybe like the 13th, 14th, around there. Like let it go 10, 11, and 12. Let it go those 3 extra innings, and then by the 14th inning or 13th inning, you say, all right, you know what? We're putting a man on second base to keep this moving. It's better for the casual fans, and I think that's important, though.
That's what I was going to say to Paul. So, Paul, you mentioned that soccer, it could get long and it get kind of boring, so it kind of has people turn off.
Baseball has the same
Isn't the
problem.
argument
Yeah.
exactly? So you're saying keep shootout in. I agree with you. I don't like it, but is the argument there that if a baseball game gets long, say it's in the 16th inning, and no one scored in those extra 7 innings.
Out of every pitcher.
Exactly.
Now you got outfielders pitching.
Has it gotten boring to the casual fan that you might want to spice it up a little bit?
I mean, unless
get a home run derby? No, I'm kidding.
I forget which one of the long games we had. Oh, in the World Series, it was an 18-inning game with the Red Sox. Was it the World Series?
Yeah, Red Sox and Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I fell
was-
asleep in the 17th inning, but I was very
That was pretty
entertained.
good, yeah.
I came
It
in
is
the ninth.
entertaining.
That's what's something cool about extra innings.
I agree. I said to my
You
coworkers,
remember where you were.
if the Yankees were in that World Series game, I would have watched every inning.
Yeah.
And then if they lost, I would have called out to work the next day because there's no way I would be
Yeah.
exhausted and miserable. If they won,
That's the other problem with extra
If
innings.
There's something more classic about an extra inning game than just standard overtime.
I think it's super exciting.
Better.
I agree with you. You know why?
It is exciting.
You know why? Because it has
a real
little,
fan.
it has a little elements of both. It has a little bit of sudden death. It's not necessarily sudden death, but it has a little bit that one pitch can turn the game around. But it also has you can answer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you got the back and forth.
Exactly. Top of the 13th, you throw one pitch, boom, home run. It's
But
not
the home
exactly
team gets the sudden death.
Exactly.
If you lose,
get that
you
extra.
can't complain about a shootout,
Exactly.
about anything.
But here's
sketchy
why I
things
think
happening.
maybe they have to move away from it, because I think now you could say, well, extra innings doesn't happen that often where it's really killing the game. But the problem is with the way relievers are this day and age, where there's specialist pitchers left and right, everybody throws 100 miles an hour out of the bullpen. You're talking about dominant bullpen pitching at this point in time, especially with the hitters all doing launch angle stuff where they strike out all the time. Games just get longer and longer and longer. And honestly, with these specialized pitchers, a lot of games are ending in ties. In the 9th inning, it's a tie. Now you got to go to extra innings. Once you get to extra innings, these games could go on forever. I think it's important that you have a rule implemented at some point. We'll see as this season comes, but I think there's going to be a lot of extra inning games.
I'll bite on the
launching.
18th inning.
Okay, there you go.
18th. Play
Fine,
2
18th
games.
inning for now.
If you play
Play
two
two
games,
games.
it gets a little absurd.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah.
it-
I think the launch angle is a good point. People striking out more, and it could prolong these games. Because I'd have to check my numbers, but I'm pretty sure that Red Sox-Dodgers game had like the most strikeouts in any postseason game of all time. Granted, it was
So
18
many
innings,
strikeouts.
but these guys would just strike out. Evaldi looked like Pedro Martinez that came into the game.
And he got a deal, too.
I know,
for it.
probably for that game.
Go Bridgeside.